Hello and welcome to this video on pricing your transformational work. I'm Darla LeDoux. I'm the founder of Sourced and author of a couple of books on the business of transformation. How to price your services is a huge question for any service-based entrepreneur. It especially is a little tricky for those of us who are doing deep work that really shifts our clients' energy and has them get an entirely different result for the rest of their life, right? It helps them see something they haven't seen that shifts their life permanently. How do you price that? What's the value of that? That can be really, really tricky. So I have a couple of tips, and then I'm going to share what I call the desire-based pricing formula, which is where I always encourage clients to go. The first thing is when you're doing deep transformational work, you want to design your offerings according to how client transformation works. So I teach something called the anatomy of a transformation, which helps you to understand what does the client need first to get committed to doing that deeper work. And then what kind of container do you create? So not like buying hourly sessions or having an hourly rate, but really having a container of support for them to dive deep and look at the underlying energy patterns, giving enough space for that and having it be really intentional on their part and on your part that you're going to do this deeper work, followed by a container for integration. Now you can combine your commitment and your sourced experience. That's what I call this middle one. Or you can combine your sourced experience and your integration program in your business model. But I really encourage you to be intentional about knowing, what is my client getting at each stage? How committed are they? How long do they need? So for example, if they're in the integration stage where they're actually going out and trying things on and being different in the world, they might need a longer container for that, right? More support over time, knowing that you know them and what they're wanting to create, and you can hold them accountable to that. Whereas the sourced experience might be a little bit shorter. I like to deliver it in a live retreat. So you want to really know what is the intention of your program and where does it take them to, right? From point A to point B within this container. And what's the value of that? It's not really about time. So the transformational component is super, super valuable, and it might happen really quickly. So you don't want to get trapped in that time for dollars. In my favorite business model, I love having an integration program and having that integration program be my main thing that I do my math from. Okay, so we're going to do our math on pricing in a minute. And I love for a longer program where people are really integrating their transformation to be the main thing I do my math around. That'll make more sense in a minute. The other thing that I just want to presence is, don't go searching the internet to see what everybody else is charging and use that to decide your pricing, because you don't really know what they're delivering. And the clients that we work with here at Sourced, they have this transformational magic that's super potent and effective and efficient, in my opinion, is worth more than someone who's selling time and maybe doesn't have that level of expertise. So if you're out comparing on the internet what other people are charging, that has nothing to do with you. So if that's not the way to do it and we don't want an hourly rate, how do we decide what to charge? So I am an advocate for what I call desire-based pricing. Desire-based pricing. And in desire-based pricing, you are going to go within. You're going to go within and use what is calling to you as the basis for your pricing. And we help our clients get really adept at going within and hearing what Source is saying. So if you need support with that, definitely come check us out. Let me know. So desire-based pricing, or we can call it sourced. Well, first you want to look, bring your expertise to decide how long of a container do I want? What kind of a container? Is it one-on-one? Is it group, etc.? So you want to make some of those decisions. You might make that decision before you do this or after you do this. Once you have a sense of this, you want to ask yourself, how many clients do I want to work with in my deepest desire? How many clients do I want to work with in a given time period, in a given container of time? I like to start here to get a feel for that because each client is an energy, right? Every single client, even if you're doing a group and you're thinking just time for dollars and I'm showing up every Wednesday and it's efficient because I'm leading a group, each person in the group is an energy. And so you do want to feel into how many clients feels good for me to hold energetically, whether it's in individual calls on your calendar or in a group. Okay. I like a combination of group and one-on-one personally. Is my favorite. So how many clients? And then the second thing to ask your desire is how much money? How much money do I feel called to make? And this can come from your expenses that you have already committed, right, as a baseline. But then what do you really desire, right? So how many clients do you desire? And how much money do you desire? Desire is of spirit, of source. And so this can be trusted to guide you. What's really calling to you? And this isn't like some far off, someday I want to own a private island. Like maybe you do, but what's alive for you right now? And so if it is, I want to take, 2 international trips a year and I would love to remodel my kitchen, right? Add that in because that is something that you're feeling deeply connected to. It's a true desire. The universe supports our desire, okay? So let's say your expenses with your desire is, I'm going to say 10K a month to pay yourself, okay? Just for easy math. If that's how much you want to pay yourself, we double that at this investment for your team, for your coaching support, for your marketing, for your travel, all of that, okay? And so you want 20K a month. 20K a month is 240K per year. Now, let's say you want to host an integration program that has 12 clients and they get 1 call a month with you individually and 2 calls a month in a group. They get a retreat within that container, something like that, okay? And let's say you want 12 clients. So 12 clients in any given month with 240K a year, your clients are going to pay you 20K for the program for the year. Now, if you want it to be a 6-month container, that would be 10K. And that's desire-based pricing. So you're really going within and feeling what you feel called to deliver, what feels true for you, and you're pricing based on that. Then your question becomes, okay, how do I talk about this? Who are the right clients for whom this transformation is worth $20,000? And then you design around that, right? What outcome? Who are the clients? That where a 20K program would make a lot of sense given their commitment and what they're up to in the world. So that's how to price your transformational services. Don't go research what everybody else is doing. Just go within and trust your guidance. And then it's math. And the people, trust that the people are there. They can't not be. And I would way rather you have this benchmark and start here. I offer a 10K program for 6 months than to work your way up in dollars per hour over time, because at least this tells you in your heart, in your alignment, that gets you to where you want to go. And that's the goal. I'm Darla LeDoux. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.